While exploring onwards and venturing forth, the king of your current city-state had implored you to go onto an adventure. The Fey Gate, one of Gate of Eight, is currently being messed with. The last incident that has occurred, there has been no reply. Normally, there's people watching, making sure that it's stable, making things common. You don't want to lose contact with anyone that's trying to make sure that a door that's not supposed to be open is not open. So, with contact lost, an exploratory mission has been sent out, just in case someone has been tampering with it. Your team, either by necessity or by certain events, has been gathered to go and do so. Why you? Well, for two reasons. One, you're all kind of in trouble in town right now. In order to make sure that nothing happens to get you worse in trouble, the king had decided to send you out while they investigate the current circumstance that you yourselves kind of wound up putting yourselves in. And option two, maybe the king knows something that you do not. You never asked him, but at least for one of you, you do know that they sent you there for a reason. Accompanying you is a man named Tim, a strange blue genasi with brimming blue hair with strange filigree of flame. He's rude, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but he's more or less about the same as the rest of you. He's not exactly as strong as some of you, not exactly as smooth as others, but overall, there is no one that will likely save you during this mission, as you have found out. So whatever you do now, well, maybe try to survive. The last events that have taken place, you had taken down a few bandits that were going to rob you. Luckily enough, one survived, but the other three aren't so lucky. Thankfully enough, Ray managed to save one of them, but could not save the rest. As you leave them into the outskirts, everyone patched up as best they could, and you moved forwards, leaving them behind.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hope you're okay. Heal up.
One of them's currently tied up by a tree. They'll be able to get out, but it's not going to be easy. I mean, they're still bad guys, so... Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One could always make new friends.
As you move forward, Tim does state, well, seems that you all did rather well. Surprised by that. It seems that you are decent at this.
Yes, I know.
You weren't much help.
Yeah, I'm going to say that too, Tim. You should be thanking us.
Thanks, I guess.
Good, because we saved you.
I mean, more or less. I will tell you this, though. I am good at two things. One is espionage work, and the other
Right.
is making sure I don't die.
Last time I checked, I was the one that kept you alive, so I think the second front probably isn't a strong suit either.
Not really. I mean, you kept me
Super.
alive, but I made sure that you wanted to heal me.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, I have a few other things I can do, like improve some of your guys' damage, but or improve the accuracy of your hit. But overall, not that much after that. And we're gonna be genuine. But yeah, we're gonna come across the mountain range soon. Anything you want to do to the horses before they go and leave us?
I'd like to name the horse. Todd. Todd for the right horse.
I'd like to snack on one, please.
I mean, go for it. I don't know where you got the
Okay.
horses, but
Please proceed with Tina.
sure.
Todd is a good boy.
Plus no feed on Todd, plus feed on Tina.
Are we gonna get in trouble if one of the horses dies?
I'm not.
Probably.
I'm
We'll probably
not
have to pay
going
for it.
to kill it. I'm just going to get a snack.
And
that
how
idea.
are you going to get that snack?
I'm reading right now. I guess I might just dream about it. 'Cause if I bite it, I'll hurt it. There's no snacking available.
There's no stack skill.
What? It's as if puncturing into an artery is not a good idea for the creature.
Okay, I'll pass.
Like, you can drink some blood, and this will be considered a short rest,
Odd.
but once you reach the mountains, you're basically likely going to rest unless you don't want to.
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
rest whenever we get there.
we'll rest when we get there.
I feel pretty satiated.
All right. After naming a horse and contemplating killing one, you do eventually arrive to the mountain range.
Oh god.
You can tell that the foliage
Wow.
here is dense, and before you reach the other side, you will have to go through a small little crevice / cave. The horse wagon buggy will not be able to go through. This is likely the point in time that was mentioned that the horses will return.
Okay.
So before you get any further, Todd stops before the turn. Nameless horse also stops, because this is how they were trained. And just wait for everyone to get off the wagon.
Can I investigate this water over here?
Sure.
Not yet.
I have to go put my shoes on. I forgot my mouse.
What?
I forgot my mouse to move him. So I'm going to.
I'd like to just state to everyone in the
Oh,
group
okay.
that Micah is obviously a vampire and seems to have a dementia.
I mean, if Michael really wants a mouse, get one from Dan.
Yeah, I'm not good at that skill. That mouse only lasted about 12 hours. He didn't make it.
But somebody moved me.
Bye, Todd.
Yeah,
I
I
love
did.
you, man.
Yeah.
Got that animal kin. No, wait, never mind. Got that human to animal kinship right there.
But aren't you amphibious? I mean, a man.
I'm definitely a man.
Alright, you said you wanted to investigate the water?
Yeah.
Roll investigation. As
David jumps in.
the water itself does have a clear bottom, but the surface level does seem to have a good amount of moss over it. Likely means that no one has been here drinking the water, but that does not mean that it's not, that you can't drink. It's just no one does. Overall, you do see some small fish here and there swimming through it. This is fresh water, so it would be freshwater fish. If you wanted to take a rest here before going into the mountain range, might be a good idea, as you do not know what's lying in wait over there. The current kingdom that you reside is Isle. To your east is Mist. However, in the current direction that you're heading towards, another kingdom that borders along this area. Sorry, I had to cough there. Might be present, so having your wits about you and everything back might be useful.
Okay.
They're not
I would
exactly
suggest resting so I can get
territorial.
myself back.
Yeah, the kingdom itself is not exactly territorial, but they will question you, and in case they do consider people threatening, they might try to restrain you until someone of authority can come by.
Okay. I say we rest and have someone keep watch. And
I'm good.
we can rotate.
I'll watch.
Oh yeah, you don't need to sleep.
I
It's a
don't
fine spot to
sleep.
rest.
I'll watch.
Yeah, the kingdom to the north is called
I'll
Frost, by the
take
way.
a rest.
Oh, frost sounds cold.
It's quite literally a snow tundra kingdom.
Man, I was hoping it was a desert.
Uh,
Will lead to some interesting conversations. Oh, dope.
Man of deserts.
Ooh, rest.
Resting.
Micro's on. Watch out.
Alright.
You gonna sleep in the water?
I don't sleep. I'll sleep next to water.
man
I'll put my
down.
feet in, body out. That's how it should be done. It's odd though that Micah never sleeps.
Again, you've heard of vampire
Magical
myth, but no one's ever, you know, blatantly stated that they are one.
Vampire would be more intelligent than that one, I think.
Well,
I think everyone in the
vampire
group.
dementia.
I don't think there's a single person in the group that questions if Micah's a vampire or not, since Micah states it all the time.
All the time. Literally, when Micah first meets someone, he's like, "I am a vampire."
blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Dan feels
Oh.
pleased
Your blood.
that this party believes that someone is what they state they are. I'm
That's
definitely
fair.
a man.
So, while mostly all the team does rest, Micah is able to spend the night as they choose. They are able to watch over camp or just leave, and then they might fall prey to anything around them. Micah, what are you doing? If you're simply keeping watch over everyone, that would be a perception check.
Also,
Hmm.
technically, Sarah, are you an elf?
Yes.
Don't elves not sleep in D&D?
Elves can take a long rest for 4 hours. A long rest normally is roughly 8 to 10, but because of
Yeah.
that, you can just long rest for 4, and then wake up after that, or just
Well, I
continue
was
sleep.
just thinking, like asking, like in general lore.
Oh, in general
Don't
lore,
elves
it's called meditating.
not- Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, I will roll perception to see if we are safe.
All right.
Did I roll it?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
You did.
Looking around, you can tell that your companions, whatever you consider them, are fine. There are a few people inside the tent currently rustling and bustling. Maybe they don't deal with others that well, that it's hard to sleep. But outside the tent, no one's really stirring. You can tell, however, after 2 hours, Tim wakes up. He was by the fire this entire time. So after 2 hours are set, he basically snores himself awake, looks towards you, Micah, and then goes, "Huh. Well, I thought we'd be the first one up. Everything all right? Sleep well."
Dim, why don't you sleep much longer? We have a long road ahead of us.
Oh, I only need 2 hours sleep.
Did something startle you awake?
I mean, my snoring. But other than that, I just need 2 hours. Like, Micah, even with the dementia of a vampire, this is new information. You've heard of people going to sleep for not that much time, but it's usually around 4 hours. 2 hours is new to you.
Why do you only need 2 hours sleep and not 4?
Oh, I mean, I suppose I can tell you. You are working. Well, I'm working with. No, I am observing you. That's more the accurate statement. Basically, I'm more different than you're aware of. I am Genasi, that much is clear. He then points towards himself and quite literally fire all over him. But I'm also technically something else. All this means is I get to sleep for 2 hours. And that's all I need.
I see.
That being said, though, like if I'm really badly hurt, I'll need to sleep for longer. Like as long as I'm usually fine, like I'll be okay with 2 hours. Honestly, though, if Ray didn't heal me, I might have to sleep for the entire 4 hours. But didn't have to.
Good for you.
Yeah, the better I am, the less I have to do.
Don't get too hot near to the fire.
He points him towards himself again, made out of fire. I should be fine. Well, maybe. Don't really know, never tested it. But, fire. Made out of fire. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine.
Maybe I'll check out the cave while everybody is still sleeping. At least the entrance of the cave.
Alright, sounds good. If you want, I can help,
Okay.
or I can just stay here.
You stay there.
Just yeets over there. Just
Holy.
whoop.
Woo.
As you move over to the entrance of the cave system, you can
Yes?
tell that it becomes more narrow than you had expected. Even if a horse could get through it, not for that much longer, as it goes far more narrow to a point that humanoids could get there fine, but other large working beasts or animals might have a trouble getting through. So,
I'd like to use some perception to see if I feel any bad vibes in there.
sure. It feels warm, inviting. It does have a cool breeze through it. It's a cave. You can tell that the other side is super far away, but the wind that's currently hitting you, it might have to be. You're not sure. Maybe a backdraft, or maybe there's a large creature 5 feet away from you, invisible and ready to attack you as soon as you enter. Or a backdraft.
I don't have to see where.
Interesting.
Going alone. I'm sure it's fun.
No.
Okay. While you contemplate this, another wakes up.
Hey! Quiet it down out here, Tim. This man's trying to sleep.
Keeping watch over the fire, but okay.
Can you move your fire inside since it's getting a little bit cold?
That would burn to the tent I set up.
I guess that makes a lot of sense. If we move the tent in the water, though, you think we can make that happen?
That would drown your companions.
Of course. I didn't think about that.
Humans don't swim underwater.
I mean, I don't know what kind of human you are, but most humanoids and humans need to breathe. I mean, I know some of them are elves and a supposed vampire, but,
Wait. Have you seen a vampire lately? I hear humans like to hunt those.
I mean, a long time ago when things were more...
Oh, good. I just
Dangerous.
suspected maybe you were part vampire. You're really spiky looking.
Oh, that's just
Not
the fire.
smooth. Oh, okay. Obviously. Hey,
Fires,
where is that old person who can't remember things?
I don't know how
The fishy
old...
one. Act a little weird.
You just say fishy one and he pauses. The other one that was out here with me is currently at the cave entrance,
Oh, that sounds fun.
I suppose. I mean, they're still there if you want to do anything.
No, I think I'm gonna head back to bed. Keep it down.
Alright.
Thank you. Weirdo.
At this point, Nara, you would be awake, as it would have been enough time that everyone else is still asleep, but you're fine.
Okay. Do you know where Micah went?
Oh, yeah. He then points towards the entrance to the cave.
Do you think it's safe enough for me to go investigate along the side of Micah, or should I just stay back and wait for everybody else to wake up?
Like, if we want to make sure things are safe, you could investigate. I just wouldn't enter inside it without a bigger force.
Okay. Then I shall go and see.
But again, I'm just observing you. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, perfect. So I will move all the way up here. Do I roll for investigation?
Yeah, if you're just looking through it and seeing what lies in wait.
Okay.
You feel a strange breeze in front of you. You're not sure if it's a backdraft or a strange invisible creature. At the very heart and center of this cave system, you can tell that the cave system is going narrow. Further you go in, the strange, almost breathing pattern begins to hit your face and your surroundings. You're not sure if it's an invisible creature right in front of you or a backdraft. Or Micah just breathing heavily.
All the above.
But no, it doesn't seem that dangerous.
Okay. I will just sit outside the cave waiting for everybody else to awaken before continuing on.
Alright.
Naira, I believe there's something inside the cave.
No, you don't. You rolled a 0 on perception. You know nothing. I'm surprised you realize it's a cave.
I feel a draft. It's drafty in my drawers.
So you're telling me that wasn't you?
It was not me.
I would say we could continue looking, but I feel like it'd be safer with everybody else with us. I don't know if you want to head back to the camp or not.
Certainly.
Okay. So as you go back, 4 hours pass, and the rest of your team does eventually wake up. How they wake up, you just see Tim kicking the tent side, so it moves a little. If that's not enough to wake you up, then he just starts making the tent compacted, so you'll probably wake up on a tarp.
Morning, Tim.
Who the fuck woke me up?
Yeah, I don't know. Welcome, like, oh yeah, not me.
Oh, you're awake now.
I'd like to intimidate Tim.
Go for it. You seem intimidating. I should keep an eye out for you. You might be able to keep me alive better than the rest of your team.
What?
That's not a promise I can make when you wake me up like that. Next time, wake me up softly. Don't kick the tent.
I mean, I could have overturned the tent, but it's not exactly soft.
I just leave.
You do see that he has a hot pot ready for breakfast. After everyone eats, he basically douses the fire. Well, no. He kind of want to test something out after Micah and Dan suggested it. So he picks up the fire to see if it hurts him. It doesn't, surprisingly. Well, he's surprised. And then he goes over towards the water to submerge it. He doesn't get in, but the fire itself does get dropped in. After a few seconds, it does completely go away. And then he comes back over here and states to Dan, yeah, fire does not work well underneath water.
Yeah, humans like fire. It makes sense.
Yes. Now then,
Obviously.
I know you two investigated the cave system. Any news on that?
I believe that there may be some sort of creature or a draft. There has to be something within that cave that we should be more cautious about.
It was very drafty.
So, like a cave?
Drafty. As in very drafty.
let's move to the cave. I'm not going to expect their analysis. I'll do my own when I get there.
I got an idea.
Let's
Let's just not do my idea.
Ray will stop and look and wonder what Human Man Dan's idea is.
My idea, like, it's when I use my special powers. I could search for a deer in the area and I could just make it run in there. Everything is fine. No
Becky looks
person
very
is hurt.
confused, but also very intrigued.
I'm also very intrigued. I don't believe Dan can do it, but I want Dan to try.
Okay, Dan, do your idea.
The idea is
Idea.
beginning. Uh-oh. I did break my thing. I gotta reload my page.
Ray will stand to the side, back against the wall, just waiting to see this attempt.
Becky is very intrigued.
Dan is focusing with all his effort. He's lost
Find a
right now.
deer.
He's gotta gain the willpower to find a deer. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
I would like to roll perception and try to see if there's any deer in the area.
Are you trying to hunt or are you just trying to look?
Just locate a deer.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
I'm not the best at perception.
Oh.
You do see that there's a buck roughly 200 feet away from you to the right. It is on top of the mountain-ish range. You can get there just fine, but it's currently pretty far away. So if you don't, or if you're not careful, it might get spooked and run away.
Oh no. Well then. Is Dan capable of finding that deer? Can he go 200 yards?
Yeah, how are you doing it?
I have a spell for that spell where I could have animal friendship.
Yeah, I get that, but how are you getting close enough to the deer to
Oh,
cast it? I believe there's a range. I'm not exactly
There
sure of
is.
the range.
I was pulling it up. Give me a sec. It is. Got it. Where are we at? Animal friendship. Its
Mhm.
range is 30 feet.
You'll have to get 30 feet from here. Well, not here. You'll have to get 30 feet to the point of where the deer is without spooking it.
Ooh. I would like to use a sneak skill and sneak
Stealthy
up the deer.
stealth.
Roll stealth.
I will roll stealth. The stealthiest of men. Watch out, guys. I've snuck up on plenty of deer in my lifetime.
And flopped
Luckily-
around.
I have never made a mistake. As Dan rolls on his side, shoulder to shoulder, sideways, in the weirdest movement of stealth anyone's seen, he approaches the deer.
All right. As you begin
Quietest
to
any man
move
ever
forwards, going to where the deer is, you get roughly 100 feet away until the deer notices you just going through a bush, and then begins to sprint away from the sound.
Shit.
Ray will yell out at Human Man Dan.
So how's that going for you?
Honestly, better than expected.
Ray will start just moving to the cave
All
now
right.
that has failed.
Human Man Dan, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception?
Your passive is like what you observe without actually trying to do so. It's found in the bottom of skills to the left of it in your character sheet.
3. Oh, no, it's 1. It's 1.
That is
Pick up.
extremely unlikely.
Damn.
I'm just gonna look at your sheet.
What is
Is it not
passive?
1?
Oh,
Perception.
mine's high. Mine's 12.
Mine too. Whoa.
I mean, maybe that's high. Maybe
Is it
that's
one?
not high.
Oh,
don't
fuck.
have
Oh,
one.
okay. Just
11.
canceled.
Yours is 11.
Oh,
I don't have
dang
one.
it. I was wrong. 11.
It's right below skills. It says pass some wisdom.
Oh,
Just figured out looking for it. I canceled
passive
out. I'll
wisdom
be back.
perception. 9. Okay.
Well, while Dan begins to come back, they do hear a strange sound.
Lost in thought.
I'm not exactly sure where or how clear it is, but they do get some strange audio perception. Hearing the words strange, fish, sea.
Strange fish. See,
But they're unaware of where that sound came from.
what could that be? Are they talking about?
I think they're talking
Talking
about
Alyssa?
Alice.
Can we roll
Not
a,
the
They
prettiest
must be
ladies I've
talking
ever
about
seen.
Tim, obviously.
Oh. Tim.
can we roll a perception to see what it was?
Well, I think is it only Human Man Dan that hears it?
Yeah.
Oh,
If like someone else, if Dan tells everyone else, you can. But right now, just Dan has this information.
Guys, my voices in my head are talking to me.
So,
It's
in
like
this
something
certain
that-
event, Dan has information while the other players do know it. Their
Oh.
character does not. So unless Dan
Oh.
specifies that he gives the information, you yourselves have to remember that that information is not privy to your character. You as a player
Dan-
have it, but your character does not.
Oh, Dan will hold on to the information.
If you
Okay.
want.
Can I investigate these rocks?
Sure.
No.
They seem to be a pile of rocks, ordained in a strange way. You do know that it's not natural, but you just don't have an idea what it is.
Alright. So I just
Um,
disregard it.
so Ray has dark vision.
Mhm.
With that, do I passively see any more information from the cave?
Your passive's 12.
Yes.
You can see roughly 30 feet into the cave system. It's dark. It's gray. There's really no danger currently visible to you.
Okay. The other question I had is, I know we have torches. I think that's just something that you normally start with. Can I though, because I can produce flame up to 30 feet as a cantrip?
Hmm?
Can I just use that as like a torch that's 30 feet in front of us to give us a little bit more vision?
What's the exact wording
before
of
it's right-
produce flame?
Fixing flame that appears in your hand that can be. Yeah. So it's in your hand, but it does say target up to 30 feet. I don't know if that's like. It just appears.
We know the sky's invisible.
Oh, it does shed light for a 10-foot radius.
Yeah. With
Whoa.
From what I remember, produce flame is able to turn on a candle, candelabra, and the like. But I believe you have to target something specific. Well, there are some stuff in the cave that you can target, but you'll be setting fires to like branches here and there.
Yes.
Okay. That'll be interesting.
Has anyone seen Dan?
Yeah, it does. It just says that it doesn't say if it has to be. It says target self or creature within 30 feet. It doesn't really have anything, but it does say it produces light for 10-foot radius and then a dim light for an additional 10 feet.
A flickering flame
Could be
appears between your hand. The flame remains there for the duration and harms neither you nor your equipment. The flame sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. The spell ends if you dismiss it as an action or if you cast it again. You can also attack with the flame, although doing so ends the spell. When you cast a spell or as an action on a later turn, you can hurl the flames at a creature within 30 feet of you.
I guess if it's a hurl, then
Had that
just
power the whole
throwing
time.
it.
Yeah, it's like an attack.
Oh,
Had that
so I can
power
just
the
keep
whole-
throwing the flame though 30 feet as we walk.
Yeah.
There's
How many times can you use it?
there's no flammable stuff right in front of us that I could hit. It's fine.
isn't Tim's hair fire?
Yeah, I was waiting for one of you to figure that out. Tim is literally made out of fire.
Tim, go ahead of us.
Sacrifice.
But Tim's
Tim, why don't you
weak.
lead?
But the thing is, Tim is weak.
He's as well, I don't want to be rude, but he's as weak as anyone else.
Okay, true.
Dan has a thought to himself.
As weak as me. I've lived billions of years.
Dan's
Okay.
got a
I like how
thought.
your age increases.
I will follow alongside Tim as we enter the cave.
Hmm.
Feeling
I'm gonna follow
very
behind
old.
him cautiously. But I do state, and I'm wondering, has anyone seen Dan? He's not in our group anymore.
Before anyone enters inside, Tim does state, last I checked, he was to the left of us. No, to the right. Then he disappeared on me.
Just leave
Well,
him
he
to his
was-
vices. He'll catch up eventually, I think. Maybe.
I mean, we can, but he might likely die if another couple of bandits come and attack.
That's true.
I mean, if he's not a
Let's go get
friend,
him.
that's fine. You can let him die if you want.
He was pretty useless.
Oh, yeah.
Dan, where are you?
Oh, hello?
Tim!
I heard some voices in my head, so I came over here to swim and hydrate.
Tim!
What did the voices say?
Normal human things to
They were talking about some fish somewhere. My eyes were a little dry. Did you guys have trouble going in the dark? Can you not see in the dark? Wait,
What do you
Can
mean
humans
by
not see
voices
in the dark?
your head?
There's safety in numbers.
well, I heard someone talk about fish. So I came over here to see where I might find some fish. I thought you
What-
guys could just go in there. It was pretty bright when I looked in.
Did you hear this when you were away from us, trying to get a deer?
Maybe.
At that, then Ray would roll a perception. Because that would be like, why
Oh.
did you do that? Do I perceive anything as I look around after I heard that he heard voices while he was away from us?
Yeah, you do. It's pretty far away, and you are able to pick up a few things better than Dan was. You're not exactly sure where he was, but you do see a small little possum-like creature, like at the outskirts of this. Too far. Like they obviously
Oh,
have taken note of you, but he's too far away that you can basically try to grab him. But through your own, actually, he's technically a little further than that. He would be here based on where you found the stag. Anyways, so you do hear a strange sound coming from that raccoon. Where he is at, you do hear words. Let's see, 16.
Are we
swim.
sure it's not
Swim.
a beaver?
swim.
I think it's a beaver.
But you do hear the raccoon state, fish swim. Oh, it's not trying to hunt again. Huh. Stupid fish.
Ray will step 2 spaces and then
It just looks at you, turns its head as if questioning your specific actions, and then it shakes its head as if it's displeased with what you've done, and then just moves away.
No!
I want it so bad. Ray will come down
Cry.
here and just leave an unnecessary amount of rations on the ground for the thing.
All right.
I have 5 rations. I will drop 3 of them.
All right. You put some food in the middle of the woods where anything and anyone can find it. Something might happen, but currently you don't see any animals currently going towards the area. Maybe because there's too much commotion or motion there, but the rest of the team does eventually converge together. Well, except for Tim, he's just waiting by the cave entrance.
Hey guys, you should try that water out. It feels pretty good.
When we come back here, we're definitely stopping here for resting at that
Can I
water again,
Can I
and no other reason.
ask what took so long? I've been waiting over there with Tim for too long now.
Nothing. There was nothing adorable.
I had to lubricate
Becca
my
just
eyes so I could see in the
glares.
dark. Wait, can you guys not see in the dark?
Can you see in the dark?
I can see in
No.
the dark.
Micah,
No.
you can see in the dark.
dark.
Yeah, Micah should. You're a
Wow.
vampire.
And
There's,
then I can see in the dark too.
there's a trait called dark vision. If you have it, you can see in the dark. You won't be able to see colors, but you are able to see the area in grays.
Yes.
Dark vision.
Is there any way I could check to see if anyone in the group would look down on me if I could see in the dark, as in less than human?
Roll
No,
insight.
because I can see in the dark.
I can see in the dark.
Can everyone
Most-
see in the dark?
I
Can
can't
I
see
s-
it all.
I can't see it all.
I'm legally blind. I can only see
Um,
very close objects.
Dan, you're not sure. You know Becky has glasses that might give her the power to look into the darkness without need of general eyesight. Maybe
Becky
she
can
might
see
look
in the
down
dark.
on you, but the rest of your team seems fine with you. Maybe.
I keep it to myself.
Becky
Micah and
kinda looks
Alyssa,
down on everybody.
what are you two doing?
I'm coming.
Coming. Yep, thank you. Oh,
Okay.
Teleport. Bam. Wow.
Fast
fast.
as usual.
After a good time, you are able to get into the cave system. Thankfully
Ooh.
enough, it's not that dangerous for you. The cave system is more compact than you'd like. The walls themselves next to you are very tight, except for they expand further on top of the area. Eventually, though, it does widen out to a point where you can walk and talk side by side or further away. But if you stray too far from the path, down here where it gets darker is a drop 45 feet down.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So maybe don't fall. With most of your dark visions, you are able to tell that there's some foliage here, some snakes, and some very large spiders, about the size of any one of you. Nira, you can tell that that's not natural. You do know that there are some giant spiders that live in the world. That's not an issue, but to this size, to this size, so far high to the surface,
Mhm.
that generally doesn't happen. There is an area called the Underdark, where drow and giant spider creatures live, but so far up in a mountain range, that's not normal.
Mhm. Oh crap! I don't know what I should do.
You can just avoid the spiders, or you can try to see if there's anything around you.
I will try and see if there's any around.
All right.
Um,
You can roll investigate to if you want to take your time, or if you just want to take a quick glance perception.
And I will take a perception.
You can tell that the spider silk, the spider webbing is in the area, not in the path that you're taking, but along the curving downward slope. So they've been
Okay.
here a while, enough time to make webs, but you can tell that it's no more than maybe 2 to 3 weeks old.
Mhm.
You have been traveling on the road for close to 2 weeks now. Your entire team. I just wasn't gonna play all that out because it didn't need to be played out.
Okay. So I'm going to warn the whole group. So I did a little bit of perception, and I have noticed that there is webbing around us. It does seem to be that they've been here for a bit of time. We should really take our time with this and make sure we don't fall into any of the traps. I highly suggest.
Are you talking about my hands?
Yes.
Are you talking about spiders?
Talk about spiders.
I hate spiders. Wait, can anyone see in here?
Most of you are able to see, except for maybe one of you.
No, none of us can see. We're all in the same boat as you.
Because I can't
roll
see
deception.
really anything besides.
Becky, you can believe Ray if you want, or you can roll insight to see if they're lying. You're not sure. It could be a lie, or it could be the
Definitely.
truth. They're kind of wearing a mask/helmet. So it's probably true. You don't know why they came in here with a helmet, but, you know, to each their own.
Yep, definitely can't see
Becky just
anything.
believes. Becky believes him because she can't see anything, so she just frantically looks around for spider webs.
Oh, Human Man Dan also deceives you.
Did anyone bring a torch?
Oh no.
Yes, Tim is our torch, so stay
is-
near.
Oh, it's already lit up. Can't see it.
I'm just gonna
Tim,
follow
you said that you're
Tim.
good at espionage. Is there any way that you could stealth forwards and make sure that the path is clear for us to, move through without entangling these giant creatures?
I mean, they could, but then you'd be out of sight for me.
Side of our blade.
would
Giant
ask-
what?
I mean, I can light a torch, and you are a torch, so I don't think us losing each other would be hard.
Did you say giant what? Giant
What?
creature?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Tim does state, thankfully enough, because of your dark vision and Nara's perception check, you are able to get rid of most of the webs, or at least get away from the area where the spiders might be able to attack you, and steer enough away that the snakes don't just immediately attack you if you get too close.
Does anyone in the party want to catch the, maybe cook up one of those eels? Anybody?
Eels?
Tim does state, all right, if you want me to go forwards, I can. Don't know how far forwards, but sure.
Well, just enough to be able to, find any traps that we may walk into.
Good luck, Tim. You go ahead. We'll wait here.
All right.
Because I just know he's good at espionage, so I think he'd be better at finding traps than a person in full armor.
Should I bring out a torch? How are we seeing without Tim?
I'll light my hand on fire.
I mean, your head's on fire.
I know, but a pure flame not coming out of a helmet would, light
I'm going to
20
stand
feet.
by you.
So I have a lit area right around me, and then one further block around me.
I would like to
dim
tell.
light. What?
Well,
You would like to
Becky
tell?
stands next to you.
You would like to tell?
Tell something.
Tell.
You'd like.
Austin, you just said I'd like to tell, and then it cut out.
Oh, it cut off. Oh, I'd like to tell Becky that she's wearing sunglasses, not regular glasses.
I don't believe you. I've never owned sunglasses. They're too dark. I can't really see it.
I have a candle.
That'll work.
Who carries a candle?
A
Sounds like something a
vampire.
vampire would do. Oh, that's right.
Also, I would be following Tim at like a decent pace away, but
I
just
think we lost Tim.
after Tim clears the way, I would be like, because Tim's just checking for traps. In
Yeah.
my mind, unless Tim deceived us and ran off for us to fall into traps, which also could be a thing. But Ray will move through the cave, following the same steps that Tim did, but at like
I mean,
I'd say like 50 foot distance, maybe 60.
All right.
find it wild we didn't go for those crabs or eels. That's fine.
After getting pretty far, you can tell that they were going along the more light path / light grays in the area. You can tell that they had a knife out and like plucked out a few things here and there that you couldn't see. And then after like 20 feet, they moved faster into the area, and you just lost sight of them.
Oh.
But
Something tells me Tim is not on our side completely.
Or he's
I mean-
just lazy because he doesn't seem to do.
He's the least human out of all of us, so I think it makes the most
At
sense.
that, then Ray will light
Glaring.
a torch and hand it out for anyone to take, so that we have more light now that Tim is off.
I take it quickly.
Okay. And then
After a few
Well-
Oh
minutes,
shit, is that a
Becky,
dog?
Yes, that's a dog. It's a large
Damn.
cave dog. Stay away from it.
I think I will.
Are we
us-
walking?
you are in a second once Tim comes back. Does anyone know where Nara went? Her token seemed to disappear for me.
There I am.
I was sitting on her.
Hey, thank you.
It's a normal thing to do. That's how we keep each other warm.
So,
I know you
Uh,
dislikes.
after a couple of minutes, you start to wonder where Tim went, what he's doing. You can tell that when you were walking the path that he was walking, that some areas were like cut, scraped through the ground. You're not sure what he was doing, but you can tell that he was doing something. You then lost sight of him, and then a few minutes go by. Before you wonder if they're a betrayer or just completely left you in the dark, they do eventually return.
Oh, my Tim.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Nice for you to go off on your own.
You
What were you
For a
doing?
walk-
literally
Walking
told me to
flame.
go up on my own and investigate traps.
Yes, but at a short distance for us to follow.
That is
Kind
new
of-
information you just now gave me.
I thought
What?
it'd be logical for you to understand that, but nevertheless, you should
Tim.
continue through the cave.
No. Tim, what are these marks you've made on the ground?
Yeah, I cut a few of the webbings in the area that, if more than likely you went through it, you would likely trigger something and the spiders would attack. Some of the area I marked off to make sure you guys didn't get too close to the snakes.
It's not spiders. Definitely cave dogs, right?
No, they're giant spiders.
What? Spiders? I'm not afraid of spiders. I roll deception.
Like, if anyone doesn't want to believe you, they can roll insight, but Tim goes, sure. I mean, I would be. They're about the size of a giant dog. But, yeah. Further in, there seems to be another cave exit. But then there's fog. I didn't venture through to the fog. After all, I didn't want to leave you guys behind to die.
Ooh.
Well,
That's
you did a good job. Misunderstood, but a very good job nonetheless.
What do you mean misunderstood? This is the exact job you guys told me to do.
You did leave us standing in the dark.
we can't see in the dark.
Yes, none of us can see in the dark.
You go.
I'm fucking blind in the dark.
You hear him state, I told you this information.
Yes,
I
I know.
forgot.
It was miscommunication from, and the side that miscommunication came from does not matter at this point. Your job was fantastic, and you were able to dispose of the traps. So I think it's best that we just move on.
Yeah, whatever.
I think Tim is being sneaky.
For a walking flame, if you disappear all the time,
honestly, it's very impressive that he can disappear as a
Like,
walking. Now, that,
how do you even sneak?
I go into stealth.
Hmm.
I mean, you could probably do it too if you wanted to. Are you
Well-
trained in these arts? You just go behind a rock. Dan, you go behind Becky.
Ray will just stand there and just like act sneaky, not move or hide. Just
Ray, you go in front of the rock, not really working this out. People lose Nara for a second there.
Somebody sitting on her again?
No, she's just the only one that rolled pretty well in stealth.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically invisible.
But Tim then states, never mind. Anyways, move forwards. This area is safe as long as you follow the same path.
Sounds good to me.
I shall follow.
I just love that both my rolls were a 1 and then a 2.
Yeah, you're trash.
Like, that's impressively bad.
Today is not your day.
Stealth is not the thing of someone wearing giant armor.
No. No, I hear squeakiness. You're rusty.
When you move.
That fog doesn't look good.
Moving forward,
Except-
you can tell that fog is rolling in, but it stays at a certain point, thick and unseeable to a degree. You do also and can tell that it is. You're next to Tim, so you can tell the color at this point. It is turning green the further you go inside.
Tim, I'm gonna just assume that this is not a normal thing.
I mean, do fogs not come in green?
That better not be flammable, or you might explode us all, Tim.
Yeah, that was sarcasm. No, that's not normal.
I don't think rolling a
Perception.
Can I roll a? I'm decently learned as a person. I don't think I'm going to find anything, but I'm gonna roll a history check. I have +4 in that, and just see if I've ever come across green fog before, like
Go
in
for it.
any of my studying or anything.
You whip out a book.
You have heard of green fog here and there, but you've never seen it before. You specifically, you can tell that it's otherworldly. So there's likely two reasons why this is here. One, it's a very strong being here that has the power to warp and change reality. Or two, there's something going on with the gate that it's seeping through the other side.
Mm.
Well,
But this
This
also
looks
does mean that you're
fun.
getting closer.
it definitely seems that there's something up with the gate, though. So everyone stay close and be aware.
I don't see a gate. We're already there.
No, we're not to the gate yet. We're just follow.
I would venture into the. Becky takes the lead.
Can you breathe the
Becky has
fog?
a power issue, so she takes the lead.
We're about to
anyways.
find out if we can breathe the fog.
I step in with confidence.
As we step through the line and into the fog, do we notice anything from, like, our breathing, or, if it's gas and burning our skin?
It actually smells quite sweetly, like a flower in bloom.
Oh,
Kind
so
of
like
smells
cyanide.
yeah, technically, but more like apples,
Okay.
like an apple tree in bloom. While your team enters inside, Dan, what do you do?
Dan would like to wait and watch.
All right, Dan, roll me a perception check.
Yes. Oh. I forget where perception is.
It's under nature and before performance.
Oh. Right.
Our perception rolls tonight.
They
Get
go
out of
into the fog pretty deeply. After a while, you can't see them due to the fog's density. You're not sure if this is natural fog or not. Ray did state that something is going on with the gate, so maybe that's part of this. But you can also tell that, you're in the middle of a cave system while your team is moving further away from you.
I'm scared and move forward. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Dive into this together. Oh, I don't
Whoa.
see it yet. I see it.
Whoa. I'm scared.
Let me change the tempo of the song and. Da-da-da.
Volume up.
You enter inside the fog without too much issue. Thankfully enough, it did not kill you. But as you enter and peer through the other side where the fog does get thinner, or at least in an area where you found it to be thinner, you come across a giant sea-bearing creature. But it's in the middle of a lake, surrounded by two other small entities, currently either fighting with each other, or something else is going on. Maybe a territorial dispute. You could go into the fog and see if you can't go around it, or you can go around it and see if they don't notice you.
So this is the type of thing that I don't like to get involved with, so I'm gonna walk the other way.
Does Dan know about this creature?
You would know of these creatures, yes.
Okay.
The small ones are known as Naga, which are small little fish.
Oh,
Not small, but fish-bearing creatures.
Oh, yeah.
Either in fresh water or salt water. They can live in both. But the big guy seems new.
Ooh.
The if you want to fight them, the two smaller ones are takeable if you fight them one-on-one. You don't know about the big one.
Okay, so they're mid-fight.
No, from what you can tell, they're like snapping at each other.
Okay, can I just move up here and then roll a perception check to see? Man, I don't know if I would even be able to tell that. I want to know, like, if I yell out, do I think that they would immediately attack?
Yes. Run away.
Roll in.
Or are they too, you know?
From what you can
they're
tell,
in their
they
own
are
world, right?
in their own world. Rather than fighting each other, they seem to be in a more or less animalistic conversation. So, as long as you don't do anything to them, you might be okay if you go around them.
Yeah, because my whole end goal is trying to figure out if... Because it's a large creature. And I just want to know if it's intelligent or not.
With your insight, you can tell that they're conversing. You don't know the
Can't one
language.
of us? Can one of us speak to animals?
Dan.
I cannot. Dan,
Yeah,
right?
Dan
I
can.
don't know. I know I'm like a friend with animals, but I don't know if I can speak to them.
What is
Oh, maybe.
What is that? Is the animal? I may be able to understand animals.
Because I can speak common, uncommon, draconic, and primordial. I don't think any of those.
Looking at my sheet.
Where do you see that?
Where would it be on our sheet?
And there is a trait that you can speak with animals. There's also a spell titled Speak with Animal.
I don't have that spell.
It'd be underneath your skills if you have it, or in your spell list if you have it.
Oh, one sec. Maybe I looked over it.
I'm so tempted to go up to it and just be like... "Pss, pss, 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 pss."
Oh my god.
Wait, so I have animal.
I wouldn't.
I have animal handling, but that's I guess different.
Well,
It is different, but it might be able to, like, if you want to get closer, they might not attack you all outright if you decide to use that. You won't be able to speak with them if they don't speak the same language, but you might be able to get closer.
Also, I'm gonna signal towards Human Man Dan to come up. Like, wave at him, but not say anything, just... I don't know if Dan would understand that. But let's just move Dan moved up.
Can I just like stand in between them and our group and like as a calming person so that they allow us to go by?
Well, hold on. Let's see if Dan can understand them at all.
Why would you expect me to know anything about fish?
It's
Dan.
not that, Dan, but you are versed in many languages, are you not?
I can stop. I can offer some help.
I can tell that they are not fighting, but conversing. But to my knowledge, I do not understand their tongue. I was thinking that this learned human could definitely understand it.
Well, those are Nagas, and the big one is what I would call a river raptor.
Yes, but can you understand what they're saying to each other?
No, but I can communicate to know if they're friendly.
Well, he does
Well, then-
kind of look like him.
How do I use these? Oh, well, here. I would like to shape water to look like a human next to the animals.
That's not how
Where did you
shape
get
water
that
works.
spell?
Damn it. I would like to bubble water next to the animals.
That could work, I suppose, but you know,
You can choose an area of water you can see within range. It fits the 5 cube. You can manipulate it.
so
Simple
yeah, you
shapes.
can bubble the area around them if you want. But
I feel like a
Pretty
smiley
well.
face is a simple shape.
Like a hot tub. I can change the color's water and opacity. Oh, no. I guess I can't do much, can I?
you can do a few things. Yeah, you can get creative. I just don't know how they'll. Well, you don't know how they'll react.
Oh. It's kind of out of my range, isn't it? I've already used the spell. Where's 30 feet? Can I shape water into the shape of a...
Can
I'd like
Human
to-
Man Dan though hear if they're like saying words?
Uh,
Or does
yeah.
Human Man Dan also just
Human Man Dan,
hear
or I'm
creatures?
just gonna call you Dan because that's what I've been doing.
Can I understand animals?
No, you do hear the big guy just go has, harasampan, and the other
Okay.
small one's just going.
I can hear them.
Sounds like Klingon.
But none of
Yeah.
us can actually like understand anything they're saying.
No.
Look, guys, I'm gonna be straight with you. These dudes over here, they seem quite friendly.
I
Oh, one sec.
what?
That look friendly.
Persuasion.
What are you trying to say?
Well, would it be insight? Because I kind of want to go along with that.
What are you trying to persuade?
Oh, persuade them that these are
look
friendly.
Oh,
Oh my God.
like you roll a natural one. You don't believe that, or at least you don't believe that Dan knows what he's talking about. They could be,
I could.
but you believe that
Yeah,
Dan
yeah, I
probably
don't.
doesn't know.
I don't.
Alyssa, you mentioned earlier that you might have an idea. What was that again?
I just wonder, since I'm good at animal handling, if I could stand in between our group and the creatures so that they would let us pass by.
I
Yeah,
concur.
you could roll animal handling, and you'd react to their own actions,
Okay.
making sure that you present yourself and, to extension, your team as non-threatening and just moving along.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they definitely seem intelligent, so I definitely think that would be a good idea.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay. So what's your team doing?
I would be next to Alyssa in case anything went awry.
I'm selfish, so I just kind of run across this log.
Yes.
All right.
I'm-
As you run across this log, you see Alyssa just going along this watered path. It's enough that you can step in, but not drown. So you're basically making sure that Becky's actions aren't seen as threatening.
Ray will wave.
I will follow.
Just to make sure that, you know, like, in case it is intelligent and communicate, just Ray will wave as Ray passes by and see if it does anything back.
You can tell they're in the conversation. When Alyssa made sure that Becky's actions weren't seen as hostile, you did see the giant creature turn back, which is probably the point when you waved. It turned its head like the raccoon, and then it went back to the conversation.
Good.
Must be a good conversation.
Ray will. Ray will.
No, no,
Ray will,
no,
at the hardest, not
no.
at the giant creature, but really like walking away, facing the creature, just like I want to pet it.
Do you do that?
No,
Okay.
Ray holds it in, but Ray really wants to.
Mentally doing.
Just
I'm
mentally
so
swing at the creature.
Nothing happens.
Although he is doing the hand motions.
Well, luckily enough, no sound, so it doesn't count.
Whew.
Dan would like to ask, "What's up, my Nagas?"
I'm actually thankful that someone
no.
did.
Oh my god.
So,
Yes.
as you state that, the two creatures looking towards you then go, Hasara, Shisusaha. What languages do you speak?
I speak Druidic,
Druidic?
I think. Druidic? I don't know what that's at. Oh, yes, I do.
Yes.
Druidic.
You should be able to speak Druidic, Aquas, and Common, and whatever else you might have.
Oh. I have it under feats and traits. Are they speaking that language?
No, I'm just making sure you probably
Do-
don't understand them.
With my list of things, did I understand anything that came from it?
Languages?
Common, Draconic, Uncommon, and Primordial.
No, unfortunately not. You know what? I'll just tell you the language since it's probably easier this way than going through that.
Common.
No, it's not common, I'm afraid.
Definitely
it's
not
the language of the
common.
High Elves.
Oh, I'm talking to myself.
Oh.
Oh.
I speak Elfish.
Me too.
You would probably get the closest then. Some stuff does translate, which is great. But the words you hear from these creatures are, can we, something, something, alright?
All right.
So you know they're intelligent. It's just you can't understand them.
Dan, are you making friends?
Yeah, they were pretty cool dudes. Not.
Since I understand Elvish and would kind of hear them, can I roll to see if I can understand them more, or would I just kind of understand those few words?
Like, if you're going to listen to the conversation, you can roll investigation to pick out more words.
Okay. Well, in curiosity, I roll investigate.
Alright, you pick up a few more words. After Dan leaves, you do see that one of the creatures on top does look back to the giant watery one, and then states, well, at least as close as you can follow, until a point, does state, oh wait, you can understand it a little, so I'll just use the voice I was going to use anyways. Yes, like I was saying before, it does seem like someone is interrupting things. You don't get the next part, and then states, it's clear to me that those things seem to be not following the contract anymore. It's likely how we got out. The giant water serpent then states, be that as it may, you don't get the rest of that, and then you hear, yes, but, you know, once we get out, we can do whatever we want, and we'll be more than just a few weaker ones getting through the gates than the stronger ones, and we can do whatever we want to the humanoid races around us. After all, we're not the ones breaking the pact.
Yeah, seems safe to me. I'm gonna move on.
And then, like, small talk after that.
Who was
It's
the
like
other person
an
that would
afternoon tea
understand that?
conversation.
I think it's just you, Becky.
was
Also,
just
the
me?
language is
Am I
called
the only
Sylvan, if someone has it.
Nope.
Well, I'm just gonna keep that to myself.
Okay.
Sure.
Since I have no interest in interacting with large reptilian sea creatures.
Except for that they came through the gate.
know.
Yeah, but we
The
don't know
gate
that.
is
Only
open.
Becky knows that, and Becky
Only
is
I
not
know
telling
that.
us.
And I don't have interest. Well,
So I
neither
guess
of
we
them,
move along.
right? Okay.
All right.
Internally.
Oh my
Dang.
god.
You move forwards into the next zone. Oops. There we go.
Whoa. Toads.
Giant toads.
As you begin to move forwards and closer to your likely destination, you do see more creatures about. These ones aren't exactly hiding, but they're also not conversing with each other. You do hear croaking here and there, but like not towards anyone directly, just singing out loud. You can tell that some of them are about the size of a giant dog again, and others about the size of a small house.
Well, this seems completely normal to me.
Yeah.
Tim looks towards you. It really doesn't.
Looks normal to me too. Or as
Is
normal
this,
as the last couple days have
a
been.
tree, or is that something?
It looks like a weird bush. It's definitely not natural, or at least not something you're currently aware of. You can visit it if you'd like, but it's in the open area right there. Purple in color and hue, which is not unnatural, but to that extent, with the foliage around it being green and or autumn colors, that's weird.
I would try to stay as far away from these frogs, and
I'd
try
like-
to go to Becky and investigate the.
I'd
bush.
like to kick this with the toe of my foot. Out of curiosity.
All right, Ray
I
and
guess
Becky,
that-
go ahead and roll Constitution saves.
Oh, you son of
Oh,
a
no.
bitch!
Wait,
It's under saving throws.
wait, under saving.
Hell yeah!
Wait, I help. Oh, Constitution.
Yeah.
As you kick it, Ray, you do see some spores coming out of the area. So you begin to cover your mouth, and you're basically fine. Thankfully enough, the helmet does help. Becky, I'm afraid not so much. As you begin to accidentally take some of it into your nostrils, you then begin to feel a strange pin-like needle sensation all over your body. And then you hit the ground, motionless.
Oh no.
For one turn.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
After a minute is up, you regain your balance.
I just fall right on my face.
Yeah. After falling on your face and then Ray likely helping you up, you can tell that this plant, not natural to the environment. You can also tell that it has strange spores that you don't want to ingest, consume, breathe in. Overall, not a good idea to mess with this plant unless you have some sort of natural skill with plants and animals.
Ray, I would recommend not kicking that plant.
Ray, do you kick it?
I definitely did not kick it. I was gonna investigate it.
I'd also like to. I also turn to Ray and say, "I tripped there. By the way, that wasn't something else.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Becky, what's this plant?
Well,
Ray
actually,
knows
it
you're
looks like...
bullshitting to
Uh-oh, I'm
Ray's
going.
face.
How do I erase that?
It's there.
Well, I turned to Human Mandan. It's just a normal plant. It doesn't seem to do too much. However,
Did you try kicking it?
No. Go ahead.
I'm
give it a try.
investigating this while they're, and I'm just hoping they don't kick it in my face while I'm investigating it.
Ray,
I'll
as you
wait for the
investigate it, you
investigation.
can tell that the more you mess with the plant, the more spores are going to come out. You would need some type of skill with plants or animals, some type of druidic magic, or at least be of nature itself to get more information. But you are able to determine with the amount of movement you're doing, so you don't get spores back into the air again and repeat the process. This plant was likely seeded into the ground after coming from the air itself. You don't see any other plants in the area, so this is likely the only seeding point that happened, at least currently. But
Okay.
you can also tell if this plant came from the other side, and more of these come out, that's going to be an issue.
Okay. Do I know from my investigation that if I set this on fire with produce flames, would it spread the spores, or would I be safely able to destroy it with fire?
Are you a druid?
I'm not.
You would know.
Nice.
Human Mandan's a druid.
I am. Could I incite it?
Sure.
Before I kick it.
All right.
Not a very
Dan,
good druid.
you're not sure one way or the other. You can tell that sometimes these type of plants do spore out more with the more damage that's done in order to make sure it survives. Or it could be a different type of plant that just dies out outright. It's possible. It's also you're not sure. You've never seen this type of plant before. Alyssa, do you want to try to have a go at this?
Yes.
Same
Straight rolls. Straight rolls.
None of us are very good today.
Yeah.
With no further information, I think Ray would see this as this needs to go type plant,
That would make sense.
and in Ray's
I
mind,
agree.
fire is the best way to kill a plant. So Ray would set
Right.
it on fire with produce flames.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Could Tim?
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Tim's
Dan,
gonna
Dan
do it.
back that.
Why can't we just walk by it?
You can.
Because it seems like it's an invasive. In Ray's mind, this seems like an invasive plant,
yeah,
and
this
that
is an
shouldn't be
invasive
here.
Species.
and it seemed dangerous when Becky kicked it. So Ray would dispose of it.
Becky's pretty frustrated that it knocked her out, so she's totally okay with this.
Do you think we could have Tim sit on it?
Oh.
Tim, you want to sit on this?
He just looks at you, Dan.
Tim, come over here.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I'll help you
Can I
out here and there, but
intimidate?
I'm not going to do everything for you.
Can I
Ray's
intimidate
just
him?
ignite it.
You can try.
Oh.
Ray will produce flames on this thingy.
Fighting a plant. We killed a frog.
Do I need to roll for that, or do I? Would
I
the flames
believe someone
just
wanted to
do-
intimidate Tim before that, though.
Okay.
Right. Oh yeah. I'm gonna intimidate Tim.
God damn it.
He just looks at you. Let me roll. Okay. Oh, by everywhere, I also sometimes roll actual dice instead of showing you what it is, just to make it more annoying. But
Okay.
he looks at you and goes, "Huh. I feel like you could kill me. I feel like you're threatening me. But I also feel like Ray could also do the job. But
Tim,
I'm not
I
exactly
turn-
about to, bet my life on this. He does look towards Nara and thus state, yeah, in case this goes wrong, you're the only one that seems to not be violent towards me. Might want to move back.
Thank you for volunteering, Tim.
I didn't.
Volunteer. Thank you for volunteering.
So, Tim does set a small branch on fire. He does not have produce flame, surprisingly. But he does set the branch on fire and then chucks it into the plant itself. Going to see how far everyone is away. Nope, get back here.
Can't move.
You had your
Oh,
chance
no.
to move. Yeah, he warned Nara, but she didn't take it, so I'm going to assume she stays there. 25,
Yep.
15,
Oh, no.
20, 40, 45. Okay, everyone except for Becky and Alyssa, go ahead and roll for me a Constitution saving throw.
God.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, I pressed the wrong one, didn't I?
Ah!
Which one's the save? It's not the
Never
there it is.
punished!
That's it, okay.
Yeah, it would be in your saves.
Oh,
Ah, found it.
I saved.
Oh, I'm strong man. Strong
Sorry,
man.
I can't find that. 1 second.
Strong man.
Where
It's
am
inside
I?
the box.
I still can't find it.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
you go into your character sheet where you see AC, like, armor class. That shield.
Very top
or
middle.
a bigger box like your life or hit points.
See the hit points.
All right, the next box after it to the left. Saving throws.
Right there. There we go.
Nah. Let's find out. Oh, we're all safe.
Okay, well,
Yeah, not all of us.
but
But I'm dead, so it makes no difference.
Ray, you're fine. Thankfully enough, you've had this conversation before with Becky. Dan, you seem to... Maybe it's the moisture in your nostrils, but
I'm
none of the
slippery.
spores get into you. Micah, you go and hit the ground. Nara, you are fine as well. So the only one that is affected is Micah and this frog. You hit the ground and are currently unable to move for 3 turns. After a few minutes, Micah, you are able to get back up, and this frog, before getting up, the giant one just shoots out its tongue,
Oh, shit.
grabs it, and then consumes it.
oh no.
Well,
Wow, that could have been dangerous.
that was... I took it like a champ. just so
Is the
everyone
plant
knows.
destroyed though?
The plant is burning. It'll likely wither down to the point of its roots,
Okay.
but beyond that,
Good,
you don't
good.
know if it'll regrow.
Yeah, and I mean we spread the spores everywhere, so I feel like this is a goal accomplished. Definitely did good for the planet. Yep, moving on.
Moving along.
Do I see this thing over here? From where I am?
You do.
Micah.
Do I know what it is from my distance, or do I need to? Okay.
Yeah, Ray, specifically, you would probably be the best one to know this information. This is a shrine temple. A small little place where one would worship either some type of element. In this case, it would be water. Likely to pay some type of homage or the like.
You know what happens when I see a shrine?
Excuse me?
I pray to the gods, especially this time the god of water. And I thank you for all the help that you've given man, and definitely a useful use of all that strength that you have.
The gods
Definitely
don't
sarcastically again. Moves away.
I ask Ray, why did you pray there, Ray? You don't. Well, I guess you do seem like the religious type, but it seemed a little bit sarcastic.
Well, obviously. I mean, the gods, I've never seen them work, and they always show off with so much power and strength whenever they do, at least in the tales, and yet they never really use that power. It's useless to them, and I don't think they deserve it. So I pray to them nonetheless. Maybe one day they'll hear me.
Maybe.
I
Maybe they'll
doubt
smite you.
that.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey,
Another,
don't
but
believe in
if they
gods.
did smite me, I would just be like, "Wow, what a useless use of that power." Before I got smited.
helmet human.
Yes, definitely human Dan.
What kind of shrine is that?
It's a shrine for water. I don't think it would be of use to you because you definitely don't seem like the type of person who would like water.
Definitely not. Can human man Dan shape water onto that temple?
You can. In fact, Ray would know that often not to purify a specific temple to an element, you would cast the element onto the stone, or woodwork, or whatever the actual temple/shrine was built from.
Right. Do you want me to spit some water on that?
You can do what you want. I mean, maybe the gods will hear you where they don't hear me.
Maybe. I've already
Well-
used my spell on accident. Can I use it again?
You just clicked on your spell. You didn't actually do it, or at least you didn't
Oh.
confirm it. So yeah, you can
Oh,
do
good.
it.
I would like to shape water.
All right.
If I can shape water.
What exactly?
I
were
gotta
you trying
find
to
it
do?
again. Oh, here it is.
Shape water.
How do I confirm it?
You just tell me what exactly you're trying to do. This is also a cantrip, so you can cast these types of spells, specifically cantrips, as many times as you'd like.
Oh, I would like to take water from the ocean and place it right there on the shrine.
There is no ocean, but there is a lake right next to you.
From that less salty ocean, place it right there on the shrine.
You cascade a wave straight from the sea, and then you realize, all right, this probably can't reach. So you negate that, and then you cast it on the body of water right next to the shrine. It begins to jettison up forwards like a wave, hits the temple ground, shrine ground technically, and then it begins to purify the area. In a split second, Becky, you kind of got next to it, so this only affects you technically. It hits the ground, and the area begins to become clean. The shrine itself becomes pure and potent to the degree of actual connecting with the element. Becky, this does nothing to you, but you can tell if something specific happened to you, you would be fine. What it was, you're not exactly sure, but you can tell that there was some weird, maybe magical, maybe deity effect that was going to affect you for a split second, and then nothing happened.
Well, I do turn around to the group and say, that was probably the most refreshing bath I've had in a long time. Thank you, Dan.
Well, you're welcome, Becky.
It felt almost magical. But while doing that, I'd like to look for anything valuable around the shrine, possibly left there.
Yeah, you can tell that there's like some small trinkets here and there that's fully visible to the team. Like a few bits of gold chunks, silver chunks, basically ores of metal, just planted down next to it. There's also a small wooden box and some nice finery clothes.
Becky,
I'd
take
like to
those with us.
Take all the money.
They're giant, well, they're not giant, but they're hand-sized pieces of metal that are, the metal itself is valuable, but it's not coin.
Alright, then I pick up the box.
You can if you want to. You can take the ore,
Okay.
by the way. I'm just saying that in order to get the actual value out of it, you would probably have to go to a blacksmith rather than a merchant.
Okay, well, I'll take the ore.
Alright, you have one big chunk of gold, one big chunk of silver, and you picked up the wooden box.
Oh,
The clothes are also damp. If you're gonna take those.
Oh, I don't want the clothes. Do they look like? Are they nice clothes? Is it something valuable? Or
They are
just-
nice
just my clothes?
men's clothes. They might fit you, but they'll probably be stretched out.
Then I leave them. But I do open up the box out of curiosity.
Inside, you do see that there is a clear blue vial. The vial itself is blue, but as you see that there's a liquid inside, it is a strange green.
I smell it.
All right. It does smell like what is it called again? Crabgrass. You can tell that there's some effect that will likely trigger if you drink it,
Okay.
but with just the smell, you know it smells like crabgrass, like the morning dew of the morning. You just don't know what it could do.
Oh, Becky, I think that's one of those new nutritional things that's all the rage. You should definitely just drink it.
What? Do you want me to drink something I found in an old wooden box?
You hear Tim state, I mean, you stole the gold. Why not drink whatever they left here?
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
I will give
drink
a
it.
secret thumbs up to Tim.
You can tell this is more or less payback for him setting the bush on fire.
Oh,
But
no.
like
Well-
Ray's doing this because in Ray's mind, like from a medical standpoint, wants to see what this potion,
I have
for
a lot
lack of
of-
a better word, would do.
I mean, if you have identified, you can also do that. But Becky, you were saying?
Yeah, I feel almost dared to drink it, and since I'm pretty selfish, I just chugged the whole vial.
All right. You begin to drink and consume the entire vial. A strange presence seems to be encoding your lungs and the area around you. You do then begin to feel something happening as part of you. You then see that for a split second you felt, and everyone else saw, a strange green aura around her body, and then it shifts blue. Becky, you now have water breathing.
Ray took notes of
Wow.
all this.
Becky,
Wait,
what
I
happened?
have water breathing?
Like Dan, you are now able to swim underneath. Well,
Wait,
you
wait,
still
wait.
need a swim speed, but you're now able to go underwater without drowning.
Would I know this? Would my character know this?
It
Or-
felt instinctual. So yes.
Okay.
Becky, what happened?
I don't know. Hold on.
Like, there was enough in that potion bottle for like 4 people, but you drank it all. So.
Out of instinct, I run and dive underwater, and then stand up. It looks like I can breathe underwater. Well, thank you, Tim. That was a great idea.
With that,
Ray will look at Dan and just be like, "Did you hear that? I think Becky is a fish person."
those damn fish people
I
trying to
know.
masquerade as humans.
Did I hear something?
No, nothing, person.
Nothing that you would need to know.
Look at this fish person as they walk on land like us normal humans do, Dan. Oh, hello,
Okay.
Becky. Hello.
Oh, hello. I bet y'all are so jealous of me.
Tim
I
does.
made money and I can breathe underwater. I walk away.
Tim does look at you and
I
say,
did not walk right past. Okay.
Tim does
I walk
say,
to Tim.
right. Are we going, or are you gonna mess with the frogs now?
I have no interest in messing with frogs. They're too intimidated by my.
Yes, they're definitely not pettable. Let's go.
Which is a
Do you-
lie.
Y'all wanna eat this frog over here?
I mean, you can eat whatever you want, Dan.
I just suck blood.
Can Dan roll to see if he can one-shot this frog?
Sure, roll your attack.
I guess I can.
Where would I put water breathing on the character sheet?
You can
under
put it
feats and
underneath.
traits.
Yeah, feats and traits.
Okay.
All right, roll damage. All right. Luckily enough, the frog wasn't that difficult to take down, so you chuck a spear straight through it, that it comes out the other side. As that
Okay.
happens, this giant frog comes over, shoots out its tongue, and then brings it into its mouth and eats it.
You're welcome.
Dan, I thought you were gonna eat it.
Well, maybe next time.
If I had to guess, you go and grab your spear.
I grab my spear.
Okay. So with the team moving forwards,
Onward, Tim.
you did find a water shrine thing, strange frogs, and a potion.
Well, we
Was
saved
quickly
the world by just definitely not spreading those spores. Don't
Uh,
forget
job,
that. That's
bro.
important.
I did
sure.
something spiritual.
Are those ants?
They are.
Oh,
That looks dangerous.
As you begin to move
Oh,
forwards,
damn.
you do see that Tim does stop you, and the fog begins to grow more intense, which likely means you're getting closer. Giant, insect-like mandibles are clacking in the air as 4 giant ants the size of trees, small trees, but, you know, still the size of trees, can be heard the further you advance.
So, how thick is it? Really foggy right here. So, like, how thick is it? Like, how far can we see in this?
Wait, Alex, if you just.
Realistically, you're able to see as far as you can, but you can tell that it's getting thicker.
Okay. Can I tell if there's any way around these creatures without, you know, getting too close, or is it something like we're gonna get too close?
From the way they're sounding, you can tell they're likely communicating with each other. With your passive perception, you can tell that there's more than 4 ants. There are just 4 ants currently visible to you. Go ahead and roll insight to see if there's another way you can play this. If you're able to stealth, you might be able to get through this without too much of an
Oh.
issue. The
That's
amount of
not-
fog
that's
in the
not
area
happening.
might be able to cloud more of your body than normal. If you have disadvantage in stealth, it would give you advantage. If you don't have anything in stealth, it would give you advantage. But if you already have disadvantage, it would just be a flat roll.
Man. Well, let's. I mean, it's worth a shot, but I don't think.
I believe
Yeah,
everyone would have advantage except for Ray and Micah, who have
Yeah.
heavy armor. So they would have disadvantage, but due to the fog stealth bonus, you would just roll a d20 plus your stealth and take the first number.
Yep, and I gotta say, we are stealthy, mother.
Yes, I definitely learned how to stealth. Watch
From
me.
me.
Ooh, you can't see me. Ooh.
No man is slippier than me.
Here is a big question, Adagma.
Yeah.
Do I know that I'm not stealthy, or do I think that I am stealthed right now?
You didn't roll a 1, so you know you're making noise. You also know that Micah's making noise, but everyone else except for Becky is also making a lot of noise. If you move further in advance, you'll likely get pincered and likely attacked. But you did, like, the majority of the team did pretty bad. That you know that, like, you get 10 feet forwards, and then you see some of the ants begin to draw towards your area. So you back up.
God damn it, y'all are so loud.
Well, Tim, do you have any ideas on this one?
Do you think you can take them?
I can take an ant.
I think we could definitely take them. It just mainly is
Either
we
that
don't
or
know if they have
distract them.
reinforcements.
Then you can distract them, but you'll have to distract them into two separate directions. I got nothing. So
That
it's up
seems
to
like a
you
lot of work. Let's turn
figure
to
that
the
out.
group. Do you guys think you can fight them without dying?
I'm already dead.
What? You're already dead. What? Are you some type of vampire? I didn't know.
Did you not hear her?
Says
She was trying to
sarcastically
sneak.
at my just.
Did you not hear
Wow.
her sneaking? She
Are
was
you-
saying she was a vampire every step.
I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. Okay. If that's the case, then I would prepare for battle, and I would station myself.
I mean,
Right.
Tim also told you if you're able to distract him in two directions.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not a lot of work.
I think I'll die. I object.
Do we know how strong these are?
If you want to roll some type of nature check, you can.
What would that be?
Nature.
Perception or nature?
Druids would have advantage.
Okay.
I'm very nature-like. I think this is grass. Maybe. Natural
I'm a
one.
Sarah.
I think that's a tree. Probably.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Oh, well. Wait, no. Austin's a druid.
Choked.
Dan's a
I
I
druid,
am a
right?
druid. Austin's
So it'd be
a
the
druid.
20.
Still rolled.
It'd be the natural 20.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, basically everyone else except for, I know there's one person that forgot to roll, but I can't make it out right now. Again, I'm still learning names, sorry. It does take me a while.
I should
Well,
change
let's
that.
Lauren didn't roll, but
Lauren.
I mean, her character might
Oh,
have
for
just
my
not
nature?
wanted to.
Unless you
Yeah.
don't want to, that's fine.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Shit.
oh, shit.
So everyone else, you're not sure how strong these things are. They're about the size of a small to a large tree. So, pretty
Yeah.
dangerous. Ray, maybe you can take one-on-one and make sure no one else is near you. That way you can get all the glory. Oh, wait, you're really not a fighter.
Nope.
You know you can take it, though. Dan and Nara, you can tell that these things are far more dangerous than they laid on. Yes, they're a giant mandible creature. They can likely splice any of you if they do enough damage. You guys are skilled. Don't get me wrong. But if they are able to put their pinchers between you, undead or not, they will likely be able to bisect your body. And most things, even vampires, don't come back from that. They are technically takeable as long as you're doing things smart. As long as you're actively have a plan.
Right.
I think we should try to distract them.
Yeah.
Then kill them if we have to.
Sounds good to me. But you guys caused the distraction. I don't think I'd be pretty good at it.
You both got a natural 20, so Dan, you know that ants are usually susceptible to sweets or sugar. Nara, you can also tell that some type of nutrient grass or plant might also distract them.
Hmm.
Grass or plant?
Some type of palpable smell.
I do not have anything in my bag.
I have rations.
I gave my rations to a raccoon I want to be friends with.
Would rations work on these guys?
I have pouches of dirt.
Are they sweet rations?
Most of the rations are basically dried up fruits, vegetables, dried up meats as well, cured. Maybe. It all depends on what type of things that these things want to eat. Rations could have, like, enough things that they might be distracted to go over there and see if there's something there. But even if they don't eat it, the distraction itself might be worth it.
I rolled a nature check just to see if there's anything like sweet sap on these trees or anything.
Observing
may
the
also
trees that
be-
you can currently see within the fog, these seem like oaken trees, nothing sweet. There might be some sap further in, but you'd be making a lot of noise to get to it.
Yeah. Ray will just stand ready to be the shield for the group.
That makes
Well,
sense.
Naira, I'm gonna go throw some crackers at this ant on the left. If you want to go throw some crackers on the ant on the right.
I'll put some crackers on the right, to the far right.
The far, far right.
All right.
I'd like to throw my rations over here. Spreading out each piece equally. Meats, crackers, berries, cheese.
I'm putting my rations there.
Okay. And Dan, you're just tossing it?
I'm just gonna toss it. But toss each piece individually. Nice and neat. Dan's got good aim.
Okay. How fast are you going to get back to the team, or are you going to sit there and see if they come?
I'm gonna run forward.
Okay.
Up.
So, as you begin to sprint back to the team after dumping out 1 or 2 rations, I'm going to say 1, just in case you're going to test it.
Yeah.
Same with you, Dan. You rush back towards the team. You do see that 2 of the giant ants begin to converse towards the area, and then begin to pick at it. As Dan is slowly tossing some crackers in the area, his version of rations.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Crackers.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, I don't
Okay.
know what happened there. Something just died.
It happens. You do see that the 2 other ants to the left are converging there. But as Dan is slowly throwing the crackers, they do then begin to pick up on what's providing food and move forwards.
No.
Oh.
Dan, are you still slowly throwing them, or are you just...
Dan quickly throws all the crackers directly at the ant.
Alright. You hit one of them in the face and then begin to rip open the bag of rations you left behind. While the rest of the team, I'm assuming, including Dan, move forwards.
We run away.
Running.
Come on.
Melissa? Wow, this big jump.
Yeah. She's a gymnast.
I'm assuming Ray's looking back and forth to see if there's anything you can find.
Can I roll a perception for dead bodies?
Sure.
Can I
Yes.
roll while I'm running? Can I roll to check my surrounding area if I see anything interesting?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
That's gonna be Dan. Uh-oh.
What would it be in? Would it be?
It'd be perception. It'd be pretty hard, but it's still possible.
I'm pretty bad at perception.
Oh.
Also, Dan, you rolled deception.
Shit. It's late.
I'm bad at perception, but I did good.
Yeah.
All right. Oh wow, you rolled a natural 20. You do see Becky that right next to Dan. Before he notices, you do see a coin pouch on the ground.
Oh.
You pick it up, open it before anyone else notices what you're doing, thanks to the fog.
Wow.
Inside is 15 gold.
Wow.
I take it without telling anybody.
Okay.
There's nothing here, guys. Trust me.
Dan, as you begin to move, you almost step on this dead body.
Did I
Oh,
see
my
the dead
battery
body?
is low.
No, you still move forwards. No one really saw it. Well, no.
Becky.
Becky, after a short instance, you then see the dead body.
Wow.
Oh shit! There's a dead body. I jump over it
Shite.
as I'm running.
Oops.
That body's growing.
It would tend to be bigger. But yeah, Ray, as you observe it, it clearly was slashed to death. There's really no way of bringing it back to life. It was dead a while ago. But that also means that there are some very dangerous things that could happen here. By the way that they're... Yeah, with a medicine check, yeah, there's no way of bringing this guy back. You can also tell that this guy was basically splintered in two thanks to giant ant mandibles.
Exciting.
But that's all you.
I
determine.
turn to Ray. Do you think he's okay? And then just walk away.
God. Okay.
Okay.
I guess not.
Onward.
As you begin to
Human?
move forwards, you can tell that Tim looks towards your team, and then states, puts his hand out, an indication. Wait, how did Micah die?
Micah dead?
Micah
Whoa,
is dead.
He's been dead the whole time. It's a vampire.
Pretty
Dead?
sure.
For some reason, there was a giant X on your token. I got rid of it, but I'm just wondering how that happened. But regardless of that, Tim does put out his hand to indicate to stop. Then, without a word, he does point or stick out 5 fingers. I don't think any of you are part of any espionage work. Maybe Becky. This type of signaling. What was that?
I might be.
And even if you weren't, you're
Yeah.
doing enough bad. Well, air quotes bad.
Well, I'm a
things.
criminal, so I would
Yeah.
know something.
You would know that this hand sign basically indicates stop 5 figures ahead.
5 figures ahead?
Figures like people or things moving forwards. He then
don't
turns
know
back. You guys scoot a little bit backwards so you can't be heard. And then he looks towards your team and states, right, it does seem like we're at the gate, but there's people there.
Oh.
Well, do you know them?
No!
Are they human?
I
Well, I
can't
mean,
tell.
They
I
could definitely
I
be
just can
friends.
see
Just
5
go up
people
and
up front.
check them, Tim.
There does seem to
Go
be a
say hi.
weird circulating wind near them. I don't know if they're casting magic or if something else is happening. But according to your map, Micah, it does seem that we're at the gate entrance. So, here's the thing. I've basically been sent here to make sure that you guys, if you did die, I would send word that there would be need of more people. Luckily enough, you didn't die from giant bugs, or frogs, or fish things. Still don't know what that was. But these are people. These are likely smarter than that. Which means if we're not careful, they will attack.
Tim, let me run an idea past you. I think it might be best if you return to the king and tell him that we did die, so he does send reinforcements. It seems as though the things that have been let out are things that we alone can definitely not handle. And by our conversation with the king, it didn't seem as though he was willing to send reinforcements if we were alive.
Yes, here's the thing. Yes, he would not send reinforcements, rather he send a platoon. The indicating procedure meaning that if you failed, that he would send out someone to protect the contract. If that is not the case, then the entire kingdom itself would be in peril. So I can go back and ask for reinforcements, but an entire platoon would be here, and if we're wrong, and they're not the secondary party, we ourselves would be at a point where the gate would open automatically, as we would breach the contract. But if they're a third party, we would be fine, as long as we're keeping the contract stable. That's kind of why your team was sent out in the first place.
That's So what you're saying is we need confirmation first, but would that completely rule out? So let's say that they are,
So it's if they're a third party, then they can send a platoon in, right? Because that would void the contract.
Yeah, you're right on that. If it's a third party, they would basically send in more soldiers to protect the gate area. And if it's a third party and not the other side, then it would be fine. But if it is the other side that's breaching the contract, that would be
Okay.
a problem.
Well, then at that, Ray would just be like, if it is a third party, then I want you to leave the fight immediately and report to the king that we're dead.
I would.
Because I think that it is best that we uphold this the best we can in case of our failure.
Would that still mean we get paid, though?
No.
We were.
Oh,
I guess everyone else would want to be paid.
I want to be paid.
I'm just thinking
I wanna
that
be
the
paid.
giant monsters that Ray has. I mean, the giant version of creatures that Ray has seen that. Ray would think. So other people wouldn't get hurt by those creatures. Ray would want the military to come in and clear those out.
That would
Dan
make
does
sense.
not want to wait here for 2.5 weeks.
Tim would tell
Well,
you
it's-
it would take him 3 days to get there, as long
Well-
as no one else is slowing him down.
Yeah,
kinda why
and
he
Ray
wants that.
wouldn't. Yeah, and Ray wouldn't care about Ray thinks that we can accomplish the goal, right?
Makes
But
sense.
Ray also doesn't think that we would clear out the area from the creatures that would definitely go on and hurt the surrounding small villages.
That's
The sea creatures, the sea creatures said they were after humans.
Well, we don't know that, but we
They
did
said
see
that.
we didn't hear that.
I
Only
heard it.
no, you didn't.
Okay.
Only me.
This is gonna
Only
happen a
Becky
lot,
heard that.
but let me explain what's happening again. There's a thing called meta knowledge. You yourself might have the information, but your character might not. In this case,
Becky
Micah
knows.
would not have this information, but Becky would. Micah's player would have this information, but their character would not, unless told specifically.
Yeah, so Ray doesn't know that either, but Ray did see large creatures that would definitely easily kill a normal farmer. And so Ray would want someone to come and clear the area after we were
Dan
done.
likes human relationships. He wants to proceed forward.
Also, Becky turns to Ray. Look, I'm here to get paid and do the job at hand, not save this city or this civilization. So I'm getting paid to investigate the gate, not to kill any of these creatures or get involved.
That is fine. Tim, do you think that you could convince him to send men after us when we're done and finished our contract to clear out the area?
It's still gonna take me 3 days to get there, but yeah.
Yes, I mean,
Billy.
Like, at this point, Ray's like, fine, we won't lie that we died, but wants to know if Tim might know if the king would be willing to clear the area after.
Yeah, if it's
Like
a
we
threat,
did
he'd be more than willing to make sure that, his people survive.
Well, I mean, yes, but at the same time, isn't this bordering other areas too that the nation isn't really fond of? So, the king might not, care so much because they might go to a different nation. Is Ray's thinking?
If it is a bordering city-state, it might pose a threat. But this certain gate is around the bordering nations, which would mean as long as they don't act violently towards another kingdom, they should be fine. There might be a trench war, but that's likely as bad as it's gonna get. So
Okay.
long as no one actually takes the first shot.
Did the king just want us to investigate or to fix? I thought he wanted us.
He wanted you to investigate and fix if possible.
Okay, then at that, then Ray would relax and just be okay with going forward.
Hey,
I just poke
Being a
his body
wuss.
with my sword.
Wait, who's being a wuss? Ray's being a wuss? Ray doesn't care. Like Ray thinks that we're gonna 100% beat these guys if we need to, but at the same time, Ray understands that this group wouldn't be going around and killing the monsters to save the local farmers.
no, no, don't care.
Becky
Exactly.
doesn't care about local farmers.
Exactly.
I mean, you were just poking a dead body like a minute ago.
That is true.
Okay, Ray's good to go then. But Ray would want to approach and be in the front just in case they attack immediately.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh.
Whoa!
This looks definitely normal.
Yeah, no.
Tim just looks at you.
Swirling vortex.
So yes, as you get closer, you can tell that all 5 entities around the gate, which you can clearly tell is a gate, despite the fog, does seem to be concentrating on something around it. The strange wind-like patterns that Tim was likely seeing is likely the thing that you're currently seeing now, which is a strange symbol and green winds just spreading throughout the area. 4 of these entities do seem to have hoods and masks indicating no features, but one of the entities does possess a stout body, roughly around 3 feet tall, goblin in features, you just don't know the name.
I think Ray would approach.
Alright.
Seeing a humanoid behind it.
I don't feel
Just gonna
comfortable
sit
about that
back here and
monster.
observe.
So,
I
can I
will
ask what
keep my
you may
distance.
be doing?
What was that, Ray?
Asks what the person's doing.
The goblin looks towards you. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
I'm really perceptive right now.
You can tell that they're looking around the area, not just you, but likely the people. Well, your entire team, because you did not roll stealth. Walking in the area, you can tell that they're observing each and every one of you, but they are more relaxed than you first thought. The goblin then looks towards you, and I don't know why the music's cutting. Just gonna stop playing it. Then states, "Oh, okay, good. You're not part of them. So, what brings you here?"
We're just checking up on things in the area, and things seemed a little not normal.
Okay. If there's nothing else, you can move along. I mean, you may not have the kingdom's insignia, but you still have their armor. What, did you steal it or something? Because if you didn't and you're part of them, I will have to kill you.
I mean, I'm with no group. I am just here to heal those that need healing. And I do want to ask what you guys are perhaps doing to the gate.
The boss send you? You part of the new recruit team we're supposed to look out for?
Not knowing, so Ray would not be lying in this case, because Ray wouldn't know what this person is referring to, would just be like,
I assume so.
But I would say yes.
Okay.
I would
'Cause
say,
I'm
who's your
confident
boss?
and I'm good at deception.
Okay. Becky, roll deception. Ray, roll persuasion. Micah, roll persuasion as well.
well, yeah, true. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Okay. Overall, he does seem to believe all of you. I don't know why you rolled twice. Maybe it got bumped twice. But you can tell that the goblinoid then looks towards you and simply states, Oh, well, if you're part of the new recruits, I'm assuming you have summoning circle magic. Any of you sorcerers, though, don't like sorcerers. They only know the natural sort of order things. You're wizards, right?
Well, I mean, let's start at the beginning. We weren't really filled in on what this is all about. We were just sent over. So,
Well, he then looks towards Micah, starting with your answer. Don't know his name. Wears, like, some strange garbs, has, like, pale skin, red eyes, and a protruding blade outside of his chest.
Ray will then realize, oh, that's not the king. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Keep that to Ray, to myself.
But
Like,
he
oh.
does say to Micah, don't know his name. Doesn't give it out. All he calls himself is like kill something, Kong something, something with a K, maybe a C. I don't know how to spell.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. I know that guy. Good guy.
I don't think we're talking about the same people. But sure, kid, why not? As far as I'm remembering, it's the right name.
Great.
Can I ask how tall you are?
I'm roughly around 3 feet tall.
Becky laughs under her breath.
Back to the main question as Ray points to the giant green circle.
The hell on
Can you
wind
fill us
blows.
in what we're doing?
Oh, I mean, since you're part of the crew, I might as well get rid of this smoke. You then see him snap his fingers, and a circle underneath his feet breaks, and then the fog clears.
Wow.
Ooh, cool.
You're a kid. I'm assuming you're a kid. You're about the size of a standard human teen or tween. We're basically breaking open the game. We need something from the other side. It'll either come out on its own, or maybe we're able to break it entirely and jump in.
I see. Well, that sounds fun and all. But let me just throw in a but. How do you intend to, protect at least yourselves from what comes through?
I don't think you are a wizard, kid. As you know, that's kind of what I ordered on the new team.
1 sec.
Well,
But
I'm not the wizard. I'm just a healer. I was sent
wizard's
along to
behind
heal
us.
anyone that
you
got
not
injured.
see what I'm doing with this water? It's shaped so round.
Behind you, you begin to shape a giant water ball. Looking towards you, he then states, might be a wizard, it might be a druid. Druid might still be okay, but, it's a discount wizard. Looking towards Ray, he does state, look, listen, kid. A healer's nice and all, but, kinda don't need that. I need someone with firepower, charisma, some type of arcanic knowledge with the gift of circles. If you ain't got that, you might as well go back to Frost.
Okay, I
Tim,
want
come
to
over
know
here.
because I don't know if my character would know this or if this is common knowledge or stuff in the lore of the world. If a person that does know nothing about magic jumps in and starts trying to help with something like this, would it stop working?
It wouldn't stop working because there's more than one point to the magical circle, but it might cause like a frictional point where the others would have to work more in order to compensate for your inaction.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll a really. Okay, I need to tell everyone. If I tell everyone a lie, would I need to roll a deception because he could overhear it?
Yes. Also, keep in mind you have already told him that you're a healer.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Everyone, you know your job. I think it's best that you get in position around the circle, everyone but myself, and help with the circle.
He does look
While
towards
this
you.
is happening.
Go ahead and roll deception. Go ahead, Becky.
Oh no, I was gonna ask while this is happening. I was wondering if I could roll to see who was like the most dangerous in this group.
Based on how he's acting, it's likely the goblin. But go ahead and roll insight to see if it's true. He might just be the face.
Why can't we just ask to take over the next ship?
Well,
could.
I don't think it's a shift thing. I think it's they're trying to do this and it's almost complete thing.
You've also never asked. But
Night shift.
the goblin does say, "No, I need to train you first. You don't know the symbols, kid. Again, you told me you were a healer.
I'm a
Obviously,
healer, that's why I'm not getting involved. I'm telling the rest of the group to get involved because that's what you ordered.
and they need to know the circle pattern, kid. I mean, these guys can't keep it up all day. We need another 24 hours before the sigil finally breaks." I mean, sure, the two bearing parties of land within both portions of the gate will begin to die out, crumble and fall, and then creatures from both sides will invade. But you know, that's the price you pay when you deal with Fae. But yeah,
Hey,
he then looks towards his 5 companions. All right, you guys take over from me. I need to teach these guys the circles.
Ray will lean against this tree over here, being a healer on watch.
I got this.
While all
Perfectly
the other
capable.
fake wizards go and learn the circle.
I'm curious. Becky doesn't have magic, so she's curious in the opportunity to maybe learn some.
It'd be interesting. Dan, since you decided to just jump in gung ho without actual knowledge or connection, go ahead and roll for me an Arcana.
Okay,
Narcana?
that's a new one.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Arcana usually deals with magic. So, as you jump into the circle, not realizing that there's waves of magic quite literally visible, warping around the area, you then get immediately tossed out, land in front of Ray, and
Oh,
take
ow.
1d6 point of falling damage. You take 1.
Okay, 1 damage.
It's not that bad.
Not
But you can
bad.
clearly tell if you don't know what you're doing, you might get hurt again.
Well, good effort. Next person.
But the goblin
Tim?
then... Nah, Tim's not doing it. He's already
Okay.
been bullied once. He's not going to do it again. But the goblin then looks towards the team. All right, then. I'm going to show you how to perform the sigils. And then after that, I'm going to show you how to perform the circle. The circle and sigils themselves are apparent and very necessary. If you don't do both at the exact same time, he then looks towards Dan, you'll be flung out and likely cause severe damage to your bodily self.
Yeah.
So then, without 2, you can't form the 1. Without the 1, you can't break through. If anyone's actually trying to learn this or just nod your head and observe, if you're just doing that, you don't have to roll anything. If you're trying to learn it, go ahead and roll Arcana.
Oh.
I've learned a lot from the last attempt.
Okay.
Yay.
So, Becky, you are able to learn the stabilization circle, which basically means that as long as you're inside of a field of magic and you have the time to prep it, you are able to get into a zone without dealing too much bodily damage to yourself. But the further you go in, the more strength the circle needs. You don't have that much power yet, but a good gust of wind would not be enough to blow you over, thankfully. Dan, you also learned this sigil as well.
Yep.
Everyone else kind of gets it, but needs more time. Unfortunately, 12 and 3 did not cut it. So as the goblin then looks towards you guys, he does state, all right, then it seems that a few of you got it. That might help out somewhat. I don't know why the boss sent you. But, you know, whatever he's doing in Frost, I'm sure he has his reasons for sending out these mercenaries. Unless you're actually part of the gang, then welcome, I guess. And by the way, my name's Swine.
What's up, Swine?
Hey, how's it going?
Going good.
Good. All right. We can keep this up for another 10 hours, and then after that, I will need to see if you're able to perform the circles on your own. So keep practicing, keep studying, and I'll be back to see if you're able to do it within 10 hours.
We got a coach.
Way to go, coach.
He goes back into the circle, finishing up his part. All right. You do know what they're doing. You do know that there's an enemy in Frost. What are you guys going to do? You can take the 10 hours and see if you can disrupt it when it's your shift, or you can try to disrupt it before that. The more time you wait, the more likely things are going to slip out of the gate, though. Well, Becky would know that specifically, but you also know that some stuff clearly slipped out based on the size of creatures.
Is this something that I would know? I guess I wouldn't, but anyone in the party would know if this was like an opportunity to gain something positive through a negative, or is it just going to be pretty negative if this thing opens?
You know that swine is after something inside. So
Okay.
that value price that he's placing upon killing part of the Feywild and part of your kingdom is enough to go in, grab it, and go. That being said, there can also be a lot of other things in there that might be valuable to you. So it's possible. But the more time you wait to have the door ajar and continue to crack open, the more dangerous it'll be. Again,
Can I? Sorry, I was gonna.
Go ahead.
Becky waves for Ray and Dan to come over here, acting like they're practicing their magic, so that they could huddle together and kind of talk it out.
Right.
Ray, come over here.
Yeah.
All right, the group's back together again.
Nice.
Okay, so Becky, just in a whisper, talks to the group and says, okay, what do you want to do about this? We can either kill them now and stop this thing and get a reward, or possibly slightly open the gate, grab our own reward after killing them in about 10 hours, and then maybe get their reward from the king as well.
How open is the gate?
It's currently
Well-
ajar, roughly 3 inches wide, but clearly size does not matter. The full extent of the gate door is 15 inches.
Ah,
I'm thinking we could abuse this and make quite a bit of money.
Ray will just be like,
It's up to you guys. I just set you up to be able to make the decision that you want to make.
Again, the size of the door may not matter, as you saw a lot of big things come out of that.
yes.
Mhm.
Well, being a true man, do you think I can make it to the gate in a swift run?
I don't know if that would be dangerous.
I
But
have
at
enough
the same
arcana
time,
magic to run through?
Tim does state, last time you tried to just stand in it, you were blown away.
It's true. Haven't had much time practicing either.
But it seems to me that you did learn the stable ruin. So if you draw it out and somehow take it with you, it might be enough of a buffer to jump in. But you'd be stuck on the Feywild side, and you'll have to find a way back here. Although that does not seem impossible, as creatures have been doing that.
Look, does anyone here know anything about the Feywild side?
Nara would have rumors and the like. Alyssa would have also rumors and the like, but less. If you want to roll
So I
history,
turn
you
to
can.
Nara. Roll what?
History.
History.
Oh, okay. I just turn to Nara and Alyssa and ask if they know anything about the dangers of the other side of this gate.
Well, we saw it come out, so.
Alyssa, you know that there's very dangerous things on the other side. Creatures the size that you are unaware of even these creatures, you've heard about the strange ones that came out of the gate already,
Okay.
can be bigger on the other side. The other side sometimes doesn't make any sense. Uh,
But there's also super cute raccoons.
Oh my
So,
god.
I mean, there's a
But
trade-off.
like, do we know? Like,
Oh, a cat
is
cave.
it something
Hey.
we could handle? Do we know that, or is it?
No.
Oh,
Good
okay.
kitty.
I
But-
think we should do what the king asked. Close the gate. Go get our money.
it's
There's
also,
that.
Well,
Or we
I-
could tie the hip ropes to Dan, and Dan could go inside the gate.
It's also possible
I
you could
kinda
help
like
out on
that.
the other side. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just saying that if one side could be helped, another side could also be helped.
I'm
Potentially.
actually interested in that.
I have 10 hip ropes. How long are those?
Ray would be interested in going to the other side only because maybe there is better medicine because it is an unknown.
One rope
And the
is
high
sufficient.
elves seemed pretty neat, you know?
Yeah, high
I'm-
elves are the high elves in the Feywild are known as Eladrin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also interested in this.
Swin,
But I
may
don't
I
like
ask you a
these
question?
All right, sure, kid.
So, you are at a maximum capacity on helping on this end, and the only thing that can happen is a trade-off in time. Could we double that speed in opening it and help from the other side?
Maybe if you actually learn to do, arcanic magic rather than healing.
Well, I mean, if one individual was able to grasp it and
Well,
help
it's
the rest of us
exceedingly
through
gifted.
it, do you believe that we could do that?
Possibly, but so far all your friends have been able to do is stabilize.
Well, could you send us through?
Look, kid, if you want to go through, be my guest. You'll likely die, get eaten, shrunken down, or enlarged. The Feywild's a crazy place, man. So if you want to go through, and if you are part of my team, I'm going to say don't do it, but I don't care about you. So go ahead and jump in for all I care.
No one's gonna hear this. But could it reverse? The thing, like the other way around. I don't want to exaggerate, but maybe the flip, the bottom, and the top part. Is it a possibility?
Maybe. Again, don't really know too much about the Feywild. I just know it's topsy-turvy sometimes.
Well, I want to do it.
I'll walk back to the group.
So, I wouldn't be opposed to going in, but I know that, that is for personal reasons.
Tim,
I
you-
would like.
go ahead.
Oh,
I'm-
I would like to find a way that we could both finish our current task and look inside and explore a bit, because I do want to get a better reputation with the king, as well as make a little bit more.
If we
cash.
learn this, if we learn the stabilizing magic, can we open it back up?
You would be able to stabilize it. The other spell he was trying to get you guys to, or the other circle, he's trying to get you guys to learn is Sundering, which basically means breaking something apart. Stabilization
Break it
likely
down.
means to keep your body while you're in the circle together.
Would mending help
Can I-
in any way? I accidentally clicked a spell. Sorry about that.
Like to keep
But-
your body together?
Yeah.
Maybe.
gonna
It'd be a little
cast a
tricky,
spell
but
as you go?
possible. But again, if
You
someone
can
else
die.
already has the circle of stability, they might be able to just grab you and go. They just need to form the
have it.
circle, somehow be able to carry it. If you have pieces of paper, that could also work. And then
Tim-
bolt through the other side.
Tim, if we do this, we could possibly stop the circle from the other side, and if that happens, then you can confirm that we are alive and we accomplished our goal. And if it doesn't happen, then we're dead and you need to go get reinforcement.
Ugh. All right, if you want to jump into a magical circle, be my guest, but I am not going to do that.
Well, obviously, you would need to send word to the king if we accomplished the goals or not.
Or if you die,
Well, I mean, that would be a result of us not accomplishing our goals.
Yes. It's what I just said.
Yes, I know. That's what I just confirmed.
Well, all right. I'll be here for another. He said 10 hours before you are summoned to the circle. But if you decide to jump, it does sound like he's not going to stop you.
I know what I want to do. And I know what the fish wants to do.
But he does
Shouldn't
back
we
up.
wait?
We are the minority here.
Yeah, he does back up and
Shouldn't-
say, "Do what you want. I am here to observe and make sure I don't die."
Do I need
I'm
to draw the
interested in
circle?
cute things and learning medicine from the high elf.
I am too, but shouldn't we wait the 10 hours till it's our turn and then do
Well,
it
the thing is,
without
we
them
need
knowing?
we need to learn the arcane magic to be able to survive getting through the ring, which
Some of you have
this.
that.
Take-
Others
we
do
do?
not.
I do.
The one you all don't have specifically is a Slithering one. Dan, Becky have the stabilization one. Tim also has that, but he's not going with you, so it doesn't matter. You
Will
can
we
draw the
learn-
circle for someone else. You just need to have it be able to be transported with you. Piece of paper, writing on someone's clothes, maybe their armor might help, but it won't last forever.
Okay.
Well, I would like to draw that circle on a wooden shield and hand it to Ray.
Yeah.
All right.
I am deleting my wooden shield.
What about everyone else? Is everyone else game to jump in to the Feywild?
Yeah.
Yes. Despite hearing from rumors, yes. Willing to take the risk.
How much?
Possibilities.
I'm curious, Alyssa, Micah.
Sure.
I'm wary, but sure, if that's what everyone wants to do.
Very wary.
All right. I'm gonna
All
assume
right.
some of you draw circles for other people.
Yeah, I draw one for whoever. I think it was Micah.
Okay.
And
I'll draw one for Becky.
All right. I think
I
that
don't
covers
need
everyone.
one. I don't think.
You do. Like everyone needs one.
Oh, I do.
Or else the
Oh,
same
okay.
exact thing is likely going to happen with what happened with Dan.
Okay. Well, didn't I learn it? The stabilization.
Yes, but you still need to draw it out.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I have a
it's
disguise.
remembering.
Draw it all
You can
out.
do it again.
Well, I draw it on my foot.
Okay.
I'm doubly protected.
You take a bit of soot somewhere and then begin to draw it on your foot. It does work. It's just a little awkward now that, it's stylized. But throughout some time, Tim steps to the side, just waiting to see what you do. And do you all rush in towards the gate? Or do you wait the 10 hours and see how much more the gate is open?
Well, I mean, if a big giant monster can fit through it, I'm pretty sure our group can.
Yeah, from what you can tell and based off of arcanic knowledge that you might possess or might not. And, passive observation, yeah, you can get there just fine. You just don't know what lies on the other side.
I mean, I'm good for going in early so that we have a chance to stop them from the other side. Because I still don't want things to escape and hurt the villagers around it. So I
Do we
still
have
want to go
this-
in and stop it.
Do we have the spell to stop it from the other side? Or just to stabilize it?
Well,
Stabilize.
I feel as though if you guys, you remember, because if you guys interact with the circle, it just makes it harder for them. And we have the same amount, you guys have the same amount of people as them, and I feel like that can offset it, and then I can try mending on the gate to
Okay.
mend
We're
it
still
while you
opening
guys
it for
stop.
the next 10 hours, so we got 10 hours to explore the other side.
Well, we have 10 hours to figure out how to stop them from opening it, and then we can explore.
Okay.
Potentially, yeah.
If
Yeah.
I would follow someone else if they just went. Oh God.
Oh, shoot!
Well, Sven, we'll help from the other side and do what we can to open this gate.
Yeah, go ahead and kill yourself, kid.
Sounds good.
Dan then immediately bursts in with his sigil. And then you see when he goes towards the crack,
Oh.
his body begins to warp and then just slip through.
Oh, it's beautiful for a split second.
I am just holding the shield up, walking through this ring of green.
All right.
Bye, Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Violet.
Onward.
She jumps in.
Alyssa's just like,
Where?
nah, fam, I'm going back.
It's like I ain't doing that.
That's
She was
not a
wait.
good idea.
So, with the team on the other side and with Swine opening this side, the team knows one thing. On the other side lies the Feywild, with creatures, magic, and strange oddities aplenty. One thing that they did not know is that time works differently there. How much time you
God.
truly have, you
We
will
don't-
technically not know. But what lies in wait might be a cute raccoon, or it might spell your doom. But one
Ooh.
thing is definitely sure, other than the fact that my music keeps cutting. What lies in wait for them is a mystery all their own, as we end the session for today.
Ooh.